Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Karma on Deck. I'm Karma. This is your Gemini reading for the week of November 16th. Let us take a look and see what your reading has to say for this week's energy and dive right on in. Here we go. One good shuffle for the kids. One good shuffle. Okay, kids, here we go for my dear Geminis. Hey, Jasmine, what's up? All right, here we go. Judgment. So the first card that comes out is the Judgment card. So here's the interesting thing about the Judgment card. So the Judgment has to do with being judged, very different than Justice, which means getting caught. But the Judgment card in this deck also represents tension. If you notice, it has like a three-headed dragon. It's got an anvil. You're really feeling as if the pressure is on. Some of you are, this is a little bit like Taurus was having, except for they had the Two of Swords. You have the Two of Wands. You have the other twos. They have the Two of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. Gemini has the Two of Wands and the Two of Cups. So here's the thing. Two of Wands has to do with directions that you want to take. So you're hearing two different people's opinions and you're stuck in the middle. Sometimes this is going to reflect you and a family member, right? Mom and dad and the kid in whatever dynamics. It's you and a boss. It's just feeling like you're in the middle. Now, this might be you feeling like you're in the middle of gossip. It might also be you having two completely different ideas of what direction that you want to take that are wildly different, and you're sitting in the middle. I was talking to Taurus about analysis paralysis and how sometimes we can get stuck with gathering data and not make a decision. Indecision is a decision. We also have the Three of Cups, Two of Cups, and the Moon card. So with this spread for you, Gemini, it tells me that you are most intrigued by things that you enjoy right now, and you want to increase the level of quality in your life. We have the Moon card and the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is balance, and the Moon card is fear. The Moon card in this deck, now each card has its legit specific meaning, okay? It has its meaning. It's specific every time. It's like the Empress is always the Empress, right? But they have a different tone and a personality. A woman isn't just a woman. We have heights and weights and sizes and affects. Some of us are meek and some of us are bold and some of us are different tones of skin and some of us are long and short hair, just like these cards, all a little different. The Moon card in this deck is, if you look at it, she's sitting here between these two pillars of knowledge, okay? This is the experiences that she's had here. We've got the Moon card behind her, which is where she's come from, and it's got the little Gemini, the little Pisces in the moon, where it's like duality, right? And then we have the Crab, which is fear. So with this card, it always reflects upon things we know we need to do, fear of a journey that's necessary, or having to take something on. It's like you got a new job and how are you going to tell your boss you quit, right? Or you're pregnant, you're excited about it, but ooh, I mean, it's just one of those things that's fearful, but not really dangerous, right? But the Moon card in this respect is all about like mapping. You have two cards that indicate stress and tension. Hi, Bailey. Hi, Louie. Bailey. So we have the Four of Swords, which is tension. And if you look at this one here, he's got needle on his nose. You've got the tension right here. You feel like your schedule's running away from you. You're feeling overcommitted. Am I right? You got to let me know how you're feeling on that one, guys. So Gemini, it does tell me that you might be feeling as if your schedule is about to get away from you and you don't have any free time. That can also make you feel a little irritated, but you're definitely overcommitted. You're also trying to bring some really major ideas that you have about what you want to do with your future and your money into play, because we have the Six of Coins. The Six of Coins is our card for ideas. There's mushrooms on the bottom and he's trying to bring them to ground. And he's trying to decide, like, is this a good idea? Is that a good idea? Isolation is a big deal for you too. We have the Hermit card. Think of a monk, think of a hermit. They literally hide out. And I know a lot of us are going back into lockdown and things are changing drastically, but you got me. Hi. I'll keep you entertained, right? So the Hermit is feeling a little bit crazy, feeling a little locked down. This is also a place where we gather evidence and proof. So what do we do when we study? What do we do when we meditate? We gather evidence and we prove. Hi, Leslie. Hello, sister. So the Hermit card is about isolation. So sometimes this can be a forced isolation, or sometimes this can be a time for us where we get to recalibrate and regroup. But within this one, this isolation is preventing you from communicating the way that you want to, the Three of Swords. Okay. Literally the definition of this in almost any of the pamphlets or books that I've read is miscommunication. Heartbreak due to miscommunication. if you don't communicate, this is the result that's explicitly expected. So I'm seeing this miscommunication, this greater tension that's going on. So you feel if you don't speak up, things are going to get a little bit worse. You also see the Seven of Wands, overwhelm, overwhelm, overwhelm. This isn't exactly like things are running away with you. It's not a runaway train, but this is definitely that batting cage. You're up, batter up, right? Because you can't really take another swing until you've completed the first one, and you can't even stop to talk about it like, hey guys, did you see that? Wow, here comes the next one. But the Seven of Wands, I said 8, my bad, but the Seven of Wands is that constant little pace. Okay, so it's going to stay pretty upbeat as far as that goes. Let me look and see if I missed anything. Truly though, Gemini is really focused on quality of life, and I say that because of all of this, the center and the focus is beginning again. Okay, think of it as baptism and a renewal. But I see the Page of Cups. You want to start anew. You want to begin again, and you're not quite sure where to start, but you do know that the core is your happiness, that you want to be happy, and you want to release some of this tension. Hit me up if you want some coaching, because you know I'm good at it. All right, let's see here. Gemini, let's look and see what your Gemini moon reading is telling you. For those of you on my other social media platforms, please join me on YouTube, Karma on Deck. Then you can see the picture-in-picture and some other videos that I have up there, and all the videos in a searchable platform there for you too. Book your one-on-one, karmaondeck.com. I also have a Reiki, channeling, and mediumship on there, as well as the classes. So let us take a look and see what your Gemini reading is for Gemini moon. Nine of Wands. So I think the core of all of this is Gemini is emotionally tired. So what I mean by that is just fatigue that has to do with like not one more thing. I'm also seeing that's causing you to be a little proud. You have a little pride going on, a little stubbornness. You're also feeling betrayed. So Gemini is feeling cheated. Like, why do they get a cookie and I don't get a cookie? How come they get a day off? Why do smokers get a 15-minute break every hour? I'm not a smoker. I want a 15-minute break. Right? It's just this feeling of not getting your needs met. I'm seeing that. I'm also seeing Seven of Wands, which is your defensive, like you have your weapons out. I don't know if it's necessary or not yet. We'll have to see, but I don't see a major fight or anything coming where it's necessary. But this just may be like the customary way that you've been used to dealing with things. You are very overwhelmed, and there's that Seven of Cups. Looks almost exactly like the one we just had. And you're starting to lose a little bit of hope. And there is the Five of Wands. So you are anticipating this argument. Now, here's the thing. Some people are just that way, and you know that it's going to come to that, and you do everything that you can. But if you don't set those boundaries soon and early, it ends up being bigger, right? Hi, Jasmine. So it ends up being bigger of a fight, right? So PSI seminars, one of the things we used to do when we were coaching and doing the staffing, the events, is in between sessions, we would all, we would have our tasks and go, 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 because there was really very little time to play around. This kept you on pace. And one of the things we would say, is there anything you need to clear? Yeah, like pull your weight on your little whatever, because I'm doing it and it's getting irritating and I can't focus on what I need to focus on. Got it. So clearing it without putting any, my daughter and I call it data dump. Like say the thing before it gets into this big shit show that you can't manage. Because ultimately that's going to happen. You piss me off and it's hurricane karma, but it's my own fault that I get angry for not speaking up sooner, right? So I do see that the fate card is in play. Fate doesn't always necessarily mean fate, but Wheel of Fortune definitely means movement in time. So you might also be, Gemini, struggling against or resistant toward shifting energies into a different capacity. You might not like this change that's going on around you, and you're heavily resistant, because I do see pride and stubbornness. That's my Hierophant. Whatever lesson it is that you're learning, you're doing it kicking and screaming. It's your experience, darling. But I also see the Queen of Cups. So you're very nurturing about what it is you want to do. And I see the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles has to do with your money and your finances and your legacy. So there's some worry about that. You might really be coming down to the wire and starting to see where these things really stand. I mean, and this might be a moment where you're about to buy a house and you're really looking at your financial situation, or something's happened where jobs are changing, or you're just really taking a look at your budget and paying attention to, where's my legacy at? How can I build toward it? What can I do to build for it? And here's what's true. We're not all in the same boat, but we are in the same storm. It's a little crazy out there, so have some grace with yourself. Like I said, the Queen of Cups is in play, and she is all about emotions. So and nurturing emotions. This is emotions for others. So you're careful about how you're dealing with others, and you care for others. So the Queen of Cups is all about nurturing your own little tribe. But there's a lot. You better start asking for some support because you have this Seven of Cups, which is overwhelmed. Let's pull a card for you from the Divination of the Ancients and see what your message is from the divine. Thank you for hanging out with me. Please like, subscribe, share, hang out. Let me know how you feel your reading went. And also let me know where you are in the world. That always blows my mind. Like people are like, yo, I'm in Egypt. All right, here we go. Hi, Sam. Here is your card. Ooh, spells, alchemy. So are you singing what it is you want? My partner and I call this spell singing. Are you speaking to what it is that you want? So we have this card called spells and alchemy. So she said Vegas, baby. So we have this card that represents spells and alchemy. But what is alchemy? It's a chemical reaction. So when you talk about spells, if you look at the word spelling, writing was called spelling because you would write down knowledge and truth, right? So spells have to do with like manifestation and putting focus on what it is you say you want. Are you putting focus on what it is you say you want, or are you just hoping? There's a difference between prayer and meditation. Prayer is begging, meditation is manifesting, and they're just very different. So alchemy, are you putting out into the universe the seeds of which will grow and bring you back what it is you say you want? Take a look at that too. Analysis paralysis is the word of the day. I think I might come back on and do one more. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Love and light. Law of one. Talk to you guys later.